It's 1:35. Gotta get my charger. Who's the first on? Who is the first? Who is the first? Nobody. 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 $3.55, $3.53, $3.55. Hey, Sean Lee, good morning, Vietnam. Rob Lee, Helen, the main event. More people than spun by. Paul, Manny, Zach, Dan, Don, Marco, Humble Roots, Mario, Danielle, Jacob, Lee, Jacob, George P. Costanza. Well, boys, did I miss you? That's from one of the Pink Panthers. Inspector Clouseau. He's dressed as a woman, and there's a BIM. There's a BIM. And when he survives it, he sees his compatriots in a car waiting, and they don't recognize him. He's dressed as a woman, remember? And he says, boys, am I glad to see you? George Costanza and Kramer. TD knows something's up. The whole world knows something up. Something is up. Hi, I'm sorry I was so late this morning, but I was out there trying to advance the cause. Yes, let's get this money. I like that. Recession. I like that. This is about the money, all the other stuff. And it's the only thing the Kramers understand is money. Good morning. It was cold out there, boys. I didn't wear a warm, particularly because it was sunny when I walked my dog, but the wind was blowing. There was a chill in the air. End of the day streams. Cheers. There was one guy gave me a comment. Please stop streaming during the day. All right. Amingo. You're welcome. I mean, I go out and do those things just because I don't know what else to do. I mean, the fact is, the hottest places in hell are reserved for he who stands by in silence, who fails to act. The hottest place in hell is reserved for he who does not act. I don't remember. It's amazing. I can remember half a quote and I can't remember the rest of it. All right, I'm going to get a charger for my phone so I can give you some quotes because the stock is $3.53 and I don't have to go very far for my charger. It's right here. It's right here. That was one reason I had to, there was a space between the two videos because look at the book I bought. This is not politics, but this was actually on sale. This was actually on sale at Union Station. I'm not getting into politics. I'm not going to get into politics. Relax, everyone. Long Island. I've been to Long Island, and it is a pretty Long Island. I ran into a woman at the train station that I could have sworn was this girl I was in love with 30 years ago. So I asked her. It wasn't. Aggie Land. All right. Is Aggie Hookem or the other one? That's nice. Mario V. That's nice, because if we don't, it's like our other things. If you don't use them, they should have picked her up anyway. Well, she had a friend with her, and her friend wasn't, so. But hey, what up? Yeah, I live. All right, so I want to get to the stock price because you guys have been watching it. I haven't. Wow. 352, 354, 353.99. Are you out of your mind? 137. We're up 63%. Max. No, I said, did you used to have blonde hair? She said, no, only when I was very little. And then I told her why I asked her that. And then I said, you would look beautiful in blonde hair, but you look beautiful now. That's what I said. She smiled. She laughed. She ordered her coffee. Well, that's right. Shorts could. Yeah, I know. That's right. That word, go find your mother. All right. 352, 354. We got a trade at 354. So wherever Ric Flair, wherever Jennifer, the gentle genius, the jumping genie, I don't know what, but Jennifer always makes the call. But maybe shorts start covering at 2 o'clock today. And then you see what it means to have a buy-in. Jenny Rebecca, 4 days old. We're up $1.38 today. So the volume, though, is 3.24. I'd like to see more volume to feel like we've recovered from the heart attack, the hearty attack. My little sister used to say, don't have a hearty attack. Don't have a hearty attack, she'd say. Now she's 39 with 3 children. No, 38. No. Something like that. You're welcome, Sean Lee. The first video, I was shaking a bit. Also, the driver was telling me that he had to go. And so I was racing in my head. What do I want to say? It was a little disjointed. And then the wind was blowing. Second one actually wasn't that much better. But at least what the video does, it shows at around 9:30 or 9:45, I was there. And then around 1 o'clock, I was there. The truck was there. Gary Gensler, I don't think it matters. Gary Gensler's never going to do anything. But all those people see his name. And then that other guy, it's very hard to pronounce his name. Gawal, I think could do something. All right, Reyes, thank you. How are you, Uncle? Welcome back. Kamal Etayim. Amo Bill, they call me. Amo Bill. Yeah. Join Loop. You opened your short position on GTII. How big is it? I mean, I actually think it might not be there might be a little movement down in the short run, but it's not there. Grewal. Easy way to say his name. Grewal. Jag Grewal. Hey, Vinny. And I watched a little Don Rickles last night. The thing is, he has the same jokes he says over and over again, but he made a career out of about 20 jokes. But one of them is when Frank Sinatra first saw him in some dive, I guess, in Florida. He said, "Hey, Frank, make yourself comfortable. Get up and hit somebody." And he said all the guys around him, the Italians, said, "Hey, Frank, you want us to get him, or is that funny?" And then Frank started laughing. Save pop culture. I think Ham will do a call today, but I actually don't know. I liked I think Frank's best song was "The Summer Wind Comes Blowing In from Across the Sea. It lingers there, it touched your hair. Come walk with me," or "Waltz walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and danced hand in hand. Something, something, the summer wind." He is doing a call at 3:30, and you will be there. You will be square, and things are going to start jumping. We're going to get this joint jumping. Yesterday felt like absolute shit. And don't get all excited by an update today, because things don't go straight up. Sometimes things are like a heart attack, electrocardiogram. But today is fantastic. We're up 64%, 3.27 million shares. It's 146. All those shorts that came in to help the criminals, they got to cover because they don't have any staying power. And the criminals don't have any money to pay them. Lou said TD aren't accepting broker transfers. Wow. They don't want to accept lawsuits, I guess. Fly me to the moon. Let's dance amongst the stars. Yes, Roz Allen. It is possible for this to go to 500. Is that smart money management to put everything out there? I don't know. Chauncey Gardner. First, we have fall. Then there will be winter. And then spring will come again. I don't know what he said. Chauncey Gardner. Yes, the closet ploy. There is nothing I like better than the closet ploy. Good morning, Jenny. I have thought that there's a big buyer in the stock for a while, and I didn't watch the volume that today, so I don't know, Jag, who the buyer could be, but clearly someone who accumulated 25 million shares over the last period of time might be keen on scooping it up when it's low, if not just to protect their own position. Yeah, Corinne. I think, right now, if it broke out here, I'd have to lower my targets. But I don't think it's going to break out here. I think it's going to work its way higher. But yeah, I think 500 is eminently achievable. In fact, I think on a couple of my videos, I said that it would, I got to move over, or I got to move this or something this way. I got to get your comments into the blue of my coat. See, the camera moves with me. Where are we going to party? You're riding high in April, shot down in May. Yeah, that's probably right, Matt. I'd look at a chart if it really mattered, but it's probably something about 340, 350. Something, I don't know what. I hope I didn't catch a cold. I'm sorry, I have a cold. Hey, chez Sistance. Le chez Sistance is here. Good to see you. I can't remember, but are you from Georgia? The devil came down to Georgia looking for a soul or two. And I said I'd take that bet. That's actually a good morning. Good morning, Matt. Cheers, everybody. Georgia. The volume is 3,300,300, 355, 353 to 355. I know, Cody. It wasn't fun to watch yesterday. And then I was reacting a bit to some of these boo birds, and it's just the negative waves, man. What's this with the negative waves? But realistically, I was thinking about it last night, talking to myself because nobody's home. And, you know, I wasn't going to trade that position. So the only thing I could have been mad at is I could have, would have, should have sold and could have, would have, should have bought back more cheaply. But I swear, once you sell, you might not be able to buy back. The brokerage firm might say don't buy. Once you cancel your GTC orders, they might say we're not going to accept them anymore. So I just figure let sleeping dogs lie. You're welcome, everyone. Got called out and deleted account. I know, we really don't, Cody, and we don't have control. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Sean Lee. Is that Sean Lee, the movie star, or is that really 353, 355, 353, 355, 10,000 shares training? Okay, Reed Pinkerton. I love that last name. That must have helped you pick up chicks when you were younger. Just kidding. It's a good name, though. Pinkerton. It's one of the few names everyone recognizes. My parents joked to my middle name Connor. Sean Connerly. Yeah. Read. Other people had to work it, but hey, Southern California. Great to see you live. It's good to be alive. Good to live live. Hey, Hugo Ramos. Buenos dias, I guess. Buenos dias. Yeah, I think that was a great buying opportunity. Thank you, Cody. I don't know. I don't even know what I said. I had some things in my mind, but by the time I was done. Oh, is Lou live now? Should I get off? I don't need to compete with him. I know something. The Chasistons. Je suis la Chasistons. Buenos dias. I'm going to have a bit of gum, but I'm going to stop very quickly because I know it's rude. But $353, $355. Wouldn't it be great if you could, on YouTube, just merge two videos together? Yeah, he is live. So, I didn't know that. Should I let Lou just handle it? As soon as the flavor's gone, I'll spit it out. Yeah, the Phillies. Amazing. I really would like to see Bryce Harper not only win the World Series, I'd love to see him have just one of the most momentous games in playoff history, like 3 or 4 home runs, or 350, 355, last trade 351, 3,310,000. We're up 62.5%. All right, Johnny. Okay, I promised to get rid of that. Johnny, I think this bounce is terrific, but I do caution, I need to look at a chart. I do caution that I'm going to guess this bounce takes us back to a resistance point, which used to be support. So you could see a little bit of a pullback, but I think it's terrific. I think the volume more than made up for the sales volume, which was all fake anyway. And now we're starting to move, Johnny. We're at 360 while 358, but I did see 360 print. And it's 3,340,000, 359 to 360, 364, 360, 360, 360. But I did print 364, 362, 363 to 364. They have 19,069 shares offered at 365. Who does that? 365 to 366. That didn't last long. 362 to 366. 362 to 369. Last trade 366. 366, 368. 365, 368. Last trade 368. 368 last trade. 3,380,000 shares traded. And we come into Jennifer's 2 o'clock margin call hour. Ding, 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 ding. 368, 369, 370 last trade. Now it's 71%, 372. Johnny, I'm feeling better about it now. 372, 374, 374, 374, 372, 373, 374. Last trade, 374. The high on the day is 374. 374 bid. 374 bid. I didn't hear Joe that he did that. 375, 377, 376, 377, 376, 378, 376, 377 bid, 378, 377. Do I hear 378? 377. We're up 70, we're up 75%. 378. High on the day, 379. Very little volume, so this is good. I mean, it's better if it's big volume, but it's good. We're kind of bouncing all the way back on all the phony volume that went down before. 3,410,000, 3.72 last trade, 370 last trade. Bid is 370 by 371. I think a big buyer is back in. What do you mean is Fidelity safe? In other words, does Fidelity mean safe? I think Fidelity means loyalty. Just kidding. I think as a brokerage firm, is it safe? I don't know. I haven't heard that it's anything wrong. Well, I was calling it out, but it's paused now. 370, 374, 371, 3,410,000, 370 by 374, 1,800 by 400, 300 by 400, 3.74 last trade. Boys, boys, boys. 370 to 374. Who went short this morning when I signed on? Loop CA said he just established his short position. Well, it's gotten a little shorter, hasn't it, buddy? You're a little short, aren't you, buddy? Monday margin call. 4 by 230, that would be great. 4 by Amarillo by morning. So was Lou telling me I should get off live as somebody said something? Because, you know, I'm glad to let him run his live show now. I didn't know he was on. I wouldn't have caused a competition. Ah, okay, John. Well, oh, he's going to get food. All right. Well, he was just doing the Lord's work while the stock is under pressure. Oh, Lou's a good man. That's good. Anyway. You can't please all of the people all of the time. Yeah, the fudsters. You could spell that word differently and I would go along with that. I know. Ready for 4. Are you ready to rumble? What if we went back 100% today? Ramon, good afternoon. Yeah, I know. And he's much better than that than I am. He figured me out on one of his calls. But I don't know. You are what you, I am what I am. I am what I am. 370, 373, 370, 373, 342 in terms of volume, 370 last trade. It's just slowed down. There's nothing. There's two kinds of people in the world. Those who break hedges and those who chew gum. You chew gum. Hey, Whimsy Chick. I remember when the word chick wasn't in favor, let me put it that way. I also remember he's asleep, Lucky Boy's asleep. I met a girl dog today when I was walking Lucky, a little black and white 2-year-old named Callie, who is up for adoption. And I'm thinking maybe, because Lucky's in his advanced ages. What, Max Sloan? Are you, I need a mic. I know somebody said, I don't know what mic to buy, and I'll go, hey guys, hey la-di-la-da. Somebody said, are we going to get to 4 by 2 or 4 by 230? What was it? 383, 386, 384, 5, 383, 386. Can I hear 387? Can I hear 387? 385, 387. 700 by 100, 386, 387, 386, 387, 900 by 100, 387 last trade, high on the day. Now they got it down by half a penny. Brave men, 386, 387. We're 388, a new high on the day. I don't remember where it opened yesterday. I don't remember. But we're up 79% today. And we just traded 390. 390. It could be 4 before 204. Where are you guys looking at? We're looking through the closet in Narnia. 390 to 393, 391 to 393, 392 bid, 393 last trade, 392 bid, 393 last trade. We're up 81%. Yeah, I'm on E-Trade. Ring-a-ding-ding. Kurt, this is Marge. We were expecting a check from you today in the amount of $16 million, and so far we haven't heard anything. Oh, well, Marge, the stock went down to 276, so the warrants weren't in the money anymore. Well, but this was a Fed call, and the price movement didn't change the requirement that we need money in your account. There'll be a call like that. There'll be some sort of call like that. 386, 387, 386, 387, 386, 387, 387, 386. It's not a lot of volume, so it's good. Yeah, that aged well. It could go to 0, 1000.00. Ever now live. Ever now live. 392, 393, 392, 393. That's a new high. 3.5 million shares. We are going to be up 100% today. Could you imagine doubling? I missed that opinion question, but when it comes back around, did you ever read the agreement made with the Kramers? Yes, Jenny, I did. I printed it out. I don't have it in front of me, but I did, and I printed it out. And the one thing that I was really keen on is inside of it, it had a space to name the prime broker, but we already found out who the prime broker is. 394, high of 395. Yeah. Doreen, you probably figure that I'm a rainy day woman. No, you're a rainy day woman. Anyway, it feels better when it's up. That's what she said. Is that what someone's going to say? That's what she said, because that's as good as our humor is. Wait for the moment when you can say that's what she said. 384, 386, 384, 386, 386, 387, 386, 387, 388 last trade, 388, 394, 388, 393, 388 last trade, 387, 393, 393 last trade. We've got 3,570,000 shares. We're up 82% on the day. So whoever that guy was that shorted when I came on, Loop or something, I wonder if he's covering here, or maybe he shorts more. Should you quit your job? No, quit your job after we close out the trade. Yabba rumba. 391, 393, 391, 393. See, a bear raid often is coordinated amongst a bunch of criminals, and some of them do not have the staying power to carry a trade. So once it starts moving up, they start covering, and that's what I think you're seeing here. Quietly quitting. That means work. Yeah, that's true, Jenny. $391, $392. Look, if you hit it big with this stock, I don't recommend quitting your job. I suggest that you put the money in the bank, take care of certain things, but put it away, whether it's in the bank or in some other, and just get 12 or 13 statements in a row that say you're a millionaire, before you spend the money, so that your subconscious starts thinking, hey, I'm a millionaire. And then you never give it back. The darnest thing is how money it comes like a wave, and then it goes out like a wave too. Don't let that happen. 391, 393, 391, 393, high of 395. Not financial advice though, Matt. Matt would be, I'm telling you, if you had a boardroom, you're running a company, Matt would be the perfect, he wouldn't have to be number 2, he could be number 1, but he'd be the perfect guy to make sure that the company stayed within safe parameters. And I mean that as a real positive, because a lot of people don't have that sense, including me sometimes. 391, 392, 388. Exactly. One person told me they sold and then bought back, doubled their position. Harry Carey. Oh, Matt's a shill? I don't know. I don't know who's a shill or who's a pill. I don't know who's a shill or who's a pill. I know grand piano. That was a priceless Steinway. Not anymore. Not anymore, it isn't. What price can trigger doom? It's a good question. Directional lending, it sounds, or diagonal lending anyway, sounds like one of their companies in Virginia. RNVA has a bid? Let me look. RNVA has no bid. I have a feeling that was dupe city. I'm not accusing Lou. I think the traders in there ran it up, got everybody to buy, and now they dropped it. Anyway. Nothing is always easy. 391. Let me look at FNGR. I just wish we had focused on GTI and squished them. Yeah, it's 478. It's under 5. That's a little bit of a pressure point for old finger. He's snoring. Can you hear him? He's snoring. Because he's a good boy. He's a good boy. So we've got 391 right now, 386 by 390. Um, 386 by 390, last trade 390. $388. Are you out of your mind? You have to check your open orders and make sure they're all there, because sometimes they cancel them or they expire. And so you're sitting there thinking you have it all under control, and you might not have it all under control. Yeah, Dogecoin, I don't know. I don't know enough about Dogecoin. He's a goofy dog. He's such a goofy dog. He's such a goofy dog. But you gotta love him. You gotta love him. You gotta love him. $387, $390. $387, $390. $387, $390. $387, $390. $387, $388. $388. That is good. $388. Let's see. There's no volume though. There's no. Okay. Oh, lucky boy. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through some items here. Okay. Okay, so one clear. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm going to give you a quote. 390, 389 to 390, 3,650,000. What do I do for a living? That is the question that I always fear. I forget the rest of that song. So what I'm doing must be wrong. Pouring my heart out in a song and holding building up for prosperity. He said that, I didn't. It should be posterity. For the whole damn world to see. Susie, baby, you were good to me. Ever since I was a kid at school, I messed around with all the rules, apologized, then realized I'm not different after all. Me and the boys, we thought we had it sussed, Valentinos, all of us. My dad said we looked ridiculous, but boy, we broke some hearts. In and out of jobs, running free, waging war with society. Dumb blank faces stare back at me, but nothing ever changed. Promises made in the heat of the night, creeping home before it got too light. I wasted all that precious time and blamed it on the wine. I was only joking, my dear, looking for a way to hide my fear. What kind of fool was I? I could never win, never win, never win. Never found a compromise, collected lovers like butterflies. Illusions of that grand first prize are slowly wearing thin. Susie, baby, you were good to me, giving love unselfishly, but you took it all too seriously. I guess it had to end. All right. So if that didn't drive away the short sellers, nothing will. 388, 392, 388, 392, 388, 392, 388, 392, 388, 392, 388, 392. It's all, nothing's happening. It's 3,660,000. We're up 81%. And stick to facts and not just filler sounds. Who is that? Why don't you give us a fact? Why don't you give us a fact? Whoever that was. Whatever fact you have to give, I'll relay it to everyone. Any crazy story from the good old days. I remember. It is a funny thing getting older. All of a sudden, you got things that you remember. 393, 394. I'm MUFASA. Crypto quiz. I'm sure Lou has a lot of stories. Ham said, go dark. What does he mean? Because I don't know why he would say that. First kiss, last divorce. Well, I've never been married. I never will marry. But I've experienced a couple of divorces. I mean, You don't have to be married to have it hurt. 393, 394. First kiss. I don't remember my first kiss. I don't remember my first kiss. But she does. Whoever it was remembers. 394, 395. Last trade, 395. 394, 5. 393 to 395. 393 to 395. 394 to 395. 394, 394. 395 bid. 395 bid. And it's 395 to 396. 397 bid. 398 bid. We're up 85%, boys. We're at 4. Who called it? Who called 4 by 2:30? It just happened. 403 bid. 403 bid. 404 last trade. 401 to 404. See, the hamster, he bugs out when it's all tough, and now he's going to come give a call when it's all easy. 401, 404, 402, 404, 402, 404, Lambo or Toyota. I think I want a Aston Martin. Oh, don't post positions. 408, 409, 408, 409. Guys, 408, 409. Get your motor running, moving down the highway. 409. We are up 89%. I think Loop, whoever that guy Loop was that shorted, established his short position when I came on. I wonder if he should sell more now. James Bond. The name's Bond. James. Remember when he goes to the craps table and she comes up, American woman comes up, 4 to 401. Hi, she says, hi. I think she says, I'm good and plenty. And he looks down at her and her, presentation. And he goes, but of course you are. No, she says, I'm Plenty. That's what she says. Hi, my name is Plenty. But of course you are. Plenty O'Toole. Named after your father, perhaps? 402, 409, 402, 409, last trade 405, 403 to 409, 403 to 407, 403 to 407, 403 to 407. This is amazing. Yeah, Timmy, yikes. You know, he made $180 on a trade, and Lordy. 406, 407, 406, 407, 403, 405, 403, 405, 403, 404. He's like the Kramers. They make, you know, in the case of GTII, they lent, I think, $74,000 with a discount of $6,800 at 10%. And then, so that's par. They got the $6,800 back. And then they had to pay, Reichman had to pay a premium, I forget what, maybe 20% on par. So maybe they got maybe they got about 22,000 out of that trade. But they live like multimillionaires. How do you think they do it? Now we're under 4. Oh, I'm so depressed. 399, 399. Are you out of your mind? Exactly, Lioness. 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 The Lioness. I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too great to ignore. Oh, Helen Reddy. One song. 398. We're still not at let it go. We're still not at 4 million shares, which is a pretty good sign. They could, okay, Angel. They could, I'm teasing, by the way, when I said it was down below 4. That was just teasing. I think it looks great. When a professional trader is in, he runs it up, pulls it back a little bit, runs it up, pulls it back a little bit. It's all good. It's all good. And so I do think it's positive. 396, 398. Wow, Max, that's support. That's awesome. Yeah, it's 396, 398. No, I think that's great. This pullback's awesome. It's an incredible day. And it's a good time to buy, Angel, I think, as well, because, you know, I used to tell clients, and I was taught that, it's often better to buy when the stock's on the way up, because you already know, even though you're paying more, you already know it's done with its flush. IHL Canada, if you buy, I know, exactly, Bam Bam. If you end up buying over 4, it's okay. We have to keep our heads in volatile situations. Who else is going to keep them if we don't? All right, we still haven't broken 4 million shares, so that's a big number. We're up 82%. We're 392, 394. Let's see what they're saying on the Twitters. There's a picture of Gary Gensler. So disappointing. That guy has a chance to do something good. What's this? Oh, somebody's bragging about a Timmy Yikes trade. It says that Yikes' students are becoming millionaires. How do they do it on the interwebs? What did GW call it? He called it the internets. All right, let's see. Breaking news on GTII. Let me see what it is. Oh, it's Lou. Let's see what it says.
What's going on, my little GTI motherfuckers? All right, breaking news, breaking GTI news. All right, let me just tell you something. I just got this text over from Bill. TD, my broker too, is not allowing any shares or accounts with GTII in them to be transferred into TD. Think about what he just said. If you're in another brokerage and you're trying to transfer into TD and you got GTI in that nonsense, go fuck your mother. You can transfer all but GTII. Pretty nefarious. That is huge and that is great. That means TD knows, and I'm just basically going exactly line for line, TD knows what's about to come down. So now you know what's about to come down.
All right, so that's Big Lou. That's Big Lou. No, I didn't know Gary Gensler, but is the stock down a little bit? It's okay. It's not down much. It's 398, 399. I think pullbacks are really healthy, and they're healthy on the way back up too. 396, 399, we're still not through 4 million shares. I should run the SEC. You know, I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind attempting to run something. I would need a lot of help. But I would love to bring, I don't know, maybe he has too many competing, it's hard to judge someone else. But wouldn't it be amazing to run something with integrity and with, actually trying to run it in the best interests of the public? Be pretty amazing. Bill Ray, that's good. Looking good, Billy Ray. Is it 4, Amr? Let me look. 396, 399. It went to 409. I can't believe whoever called it at 4 by 2:30 was 100% correct. It did go over 4. Best interests of the nation. It would be amazing. It would be absolutely amazing. I showed you guys earlier, I don't want to get in trouble at all, but in DC, they don't normally sell books like this. They don't sell these kind of books in DC. And it was available there were 2 copies of it available at the train station. So I bought one. I tried to read both sides of everything. That was me. Who was me? It went away. Who was me? I hope it comes back. I hope it comes back. Hey, Jeff. Whoever it was is my hero. Now we're 406, 407. 407, we're still not 4 million shares, so this is so good. This is so orderly. This is as orderly as a procession at Mass. 410, 406, 409. It went to 410. I saw it. I wonder how that loop short is going. I wonder how Loop's short is going. 406, 410. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. 413 is resistance. Okay. Let's see if we can blow right through it. Let me see what Finger Hut is doing. Yeah, it's up 4 cents, 4.94, 4.90 to 4.95. I'm just guessing, but since it's under 5, they may try to keep it under 5. Not saying they'll be successful. Not saying they'll be successful. Let's get back to the main event. We're at 420. Guys, can you believe it? We're at 420. 420. Jennifer is the one. All right, Jennifer. Man, she's the one that called the margin call, and now she's calling the price. That is genius. She probably is a seer. A seer. 418.99, 419, 418.19, 418, 419, and we're still not around over 4 million shares. 3,990,000 shares, and we're up $2 on the day. We're up 93.98%. Up $2 on the day. 420 bid, 423 last trade. 4,010,000 shares traded. 4,010,000, 422 bid, 422 bid, 422, 425 last trade, 424 by 425, 424 by 425, 425, 428. Is it getting out of control for Kurt Kramer? 426, 428, 426, 428. 426, 428. Is Kurt Kramer losing control? 427, 428, 426, 428, 426, 427, 426, 428. Hey, Kurt, this is Bozo the Market Maker. I shorted 500,000 shares for you yesterday, and it's in the red, and you said you were going to cover that loss. How do you intend to do it? Well, we're buying you in and sending you the bill. 420, 416, 417. This is so orderly. This is so orderly. Go, Jennifer. Jennifer's amazing. I can't believe she should make her money as a trader with a D, not a T, with a D. 417, 419, 417, 5. Earlier, like at 10 of 2 or something like that. I don't know how to scroll backwards. It was cold out there. Baby, it's cold outside. 424, 421, 422, 421, 422. But I tell you what, you said Marge call. That's what you said, Jennifer. Oh, so what kind of sneakers do the Kramers wear? The squeaky kind. Keds. They wear Keds. It is an unbelievable day. Let me look. Somebody asked about finger. Let me look at finger. 492, 490 to 492. Up a penny. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. But GTI, boys and girls, is 433. It's up 100%. GTII was just up 100%. 100%. So Loop-de-Doop shorted it, and he's got to be down. Now we're up 97%. So, but we got as high. Right now we're 428. We got as high as 435. 435. We got as high as 435. We got as high as 435. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? 424, 425. 424, 425. 424, 425. 424, well, 423, 424. 423, 424. 423, 424. 423, 424. 423, 424. 423, 424. Seems to be going down a little tiny bit. Little tiny bit. But not very much, because we're still up 96%. We're still up 96%. Let's see where it is. 423, 424. 423, 424. Wow. Wow, kind of confusing. 422, 423. 422, 423. So it's slightly down. Okay, so now it's 423, which is amazing. Now we're bidding 425. 425 bid. Can you believe it? And let's see, finger is 486. All right, let's see. I'm just checking something. Yeah. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, maybe it is a problem. Okay, I see. I have arithmetic problems. Okay, let's see. Clear. 4, 8. Divided by 8. Okay, that should do it. All right, got that done. So let's see what's happening. $423, $427, 4.13 million, 423, 424, 424 last trade. Coming back slightly, just a little bit, 419, 420. No volume though, no volume. We're still up $2, $2.03. So it's a good day. Squeeze hasn't even begun. We haven't begun to fight. We haven't begun to fight. We're now 415, which is just a slight pullback, no volume. So it's good, pulling back to 412. It's okay. It's all good. 'Tis good. 'Tis good. Okay. Yep. Okay. Not much to report. I'm sorry. I'm ignoring you, but not on purpose. Well, place your bets always with the hamster. And then Lou is an immovable object, you know? He points forward and keeps going. Me, I have my ups and downs. How are they still holding it back? Fraud, lying, you know? I don't know what Lou was talking about. He was saying something about TD, you couldn't transfer, but I'm not trying to transfer, so I kind of zoned out. You couldn't transfer an account with shares of GTII in it to TD Ameritrade, so therefore TD Ameritrade, he could be a time traveler. He could be a time traveler. What Lou manages to do is separate emotions mostly from his trading, so it allows logical thinking. We all, you know, when we go into our emotional state, it can sometimes be our weakest. which is why love is a losing game. One I wished I'd never played. That's exactly right. With the white hats. Greed is hell of an emotion. It's a hell of a thing, killing a man. You take away everything he's had and everything he's ever gonna have. He sure had it coming. He had it coming. We all have it coming, kid. $420, $424, $424, 4,200,000 shares, $421 to $429, $421 to $429, all-time high today, $435. Can we make it? We're up $2.08. $2.08. Do I hear 210? 210. 424, very little volume change. Yeah, how does Timmy bash it and then he says he's making trades on the long side? I guess he's trading against his recommendations. I think that's right. And white hats, you know, there was, I don't know if you guys recall it, but there was a huge debate in the sort of 60s, 70s about how appropriate was to have cowboy movies with white hats and black hats. And then you started seeing sort of brown hats all the time. Love is a losing game is an Amy Winehouse lyric, so don't credit me with it. 421 to 427, 421. I just happen to like the lyric. I think she was brilliant. That was one of her strengths, is she actually talked from her experience. 422, 428, 422, 428, 422, 428, 422, 428. Green, fingers green at 509. Are you out of your mind? Finger is 503, 504, 508, 1.32 million. Finger HUD is doing nicely. GTII 4.3, 426 to 431, 427 to 431, 427 to 431, 427 to 431. Well, what did my John Wayne quote say? Life is tough, but it's tougher if you're stupid. If you sold yesterday, that's exactly right. Whoever said that about margin fails, not just calls. The warrants are looking good again. And 435 bid, 436 bid, 437, 40, 436.99. Last trade 437, 436 bid, 438, 436 bid, 438 ask, 439 last trade. That's above the offer. 4.24 million, 436, 438. How is the loop guy doing? Loopity loop. 432, 438. I took his advice. He said short it just 2 hours ago. Where is he? I want to know. No, it was just a little over an hour ago. What do I do now, Loop? I shorted based on your recommendation. What do I do now? 437 last trade, but all of a sudden they dropped the bid. 427 to 435. That's interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. I think that's the buyer not wanting it to get out of control, so they pull back a little bit. It's very good. It's a good sign. Good sign. 427, 435, 427, 435. Last trade, 429. We're up 98%. We're only 4,260,000. Imagine. All right, Michael Hernandez, $5 in the power hour. We got you down. Imagine if the volume comes in. Imagine if volume comes in. We're 433 to 440, 433 to 440, 433 to 440. Will it trade at 440? Last trade, 439. 433, 439. I'm not selling till 2000. You go, girl. I can't see if that's girl or boy, so... Let's go. 434. 433, 430. And it's no volume, guys. It's 4,290,000 shares. Imagine if someone bought them in just on the real short, 2 million shares without, without trying to play the price. 435, 437, 437, 438. Can we make a new high on the day? Can we get to 5? Honda game has a point. FOMO could come back into the play. 435, 438, 435, 438, 437.99. Are you out of your mind? 435, 437, 435, 437, 435, 438. It's trying to break through. Feeling good, Kurt. Looking good, Seth. What are they saying to each other now? What are they saying? Somebody on one of these Twitter feeds said, I think it was FX, said the old man, referring to me. Well, if you live long enough, it happens to you too. Yeah, 435. I didn't see 438. I'm sorry, I missed it. On Drury Lane. C1, I agree. 435, 437. Don't let me go. And there's Michael. Don't let me go past 330 without dialing the hamster, because break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Oh, I just realized that's that's something more than sexual. Sexual. Isn't that the Elton John song? So long, Norm or Jean. You were more than sexual. 435, 436, 435, 437, 435, 437. It's just not really doing any volume yet. So if Michael's right, and there's a ring in 2 minutes, 437 last trade. It's not really, Michael, you're right. We've been waiting for it, but this isn't even beginning to be what's going to happen when a buy-in comes. You guys aren't going to believe what happens. You're going to go, what? And it's going to, but that's when I've warned you, you gotta, because greed is the other side of fear, and they're both emotions. You got to have a plan in mind. You got to take some money off the table. You got to, do money management, be boring. You got to be, sensible. You have to be something more than sexual. 430, 437, 431. Darn it. I hate these organized climbs, even though they're good for us. I want movement. Move. No, this is just the best. This is so good. But yeah, Jordan, that's... Hello, my friend. Hello. just called to say hello. I think about you now and then. I'm here at home. You're there alone. Hello. 433, 427, 431, 435, 431, 434. 435 last trade. Up 101%. Up 101%. I wonder if Timmy Yikes participated. I bet he made 180 on this move. 433, 428, 433, 433. Your voice makes me sleepy. Yeah, I've had that effect. Yeah, that's Bill. Bill is right about that. Pick a number, take some money off. Then you never have a losing trade, you know? Your wife can't yell out at you. Your husband can't get mad. I wouldn't transfer shares. If this squeezes, you won't have time. They won't let you sell. I don't know. I would just check. It used to be that I could effect a transfer with the help of the back office right away. But I'd have to work on it for a few days. I wouldn't take the chance. Never sell, never lose. Omar, that's pretty good. I know from above. I don't blame you from above. Maybe Gary Gensler. Maybe Gary Gensler will do a video. He'll stand out in front of, out in front of FINRA and give a video. 430, 431, 430, 431. $2.15 up 100%. We're up 100%. We're up 100%. This means that any of you that felt like you lost half your money yesterday, you've now made it all back. We're at 431, 427, 431, 427, 432, 427, 432, 427, 432, 427, 432, 428, 432. Come on, let's go. All right, let's see what Finger Hut is doing. 507, not too bad. 303. The midterms are 3 weeks away. Disappointing. Can't we get away from politics for a while? 428, 432, 431 last trade. Hey. There's a ship lies rigged and waiting in the harbor. At morning blue she'll sail far away from your land of endless sunshine. And into my home of gales, and I will be on that ship in the morning. For you are beautiful, And I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word. Well, 440. 440 new high. That's the bid. 440 is the bid. 443 is the bid. 444 is the last trade. We're up 105%. The bid is 444. The bid is 444. 445 last trade. 107%. 447 bid. 445 bid. 445 bid, 450 bid, 451 bid, 451 bid, 451 bid, 455 bid. I can't believe the hamster is going to come on and give a call. He got away without doing a call when it was down. I'm going to tease him about that. You better be sure. Hey, Lucky. 455, 456 bid. 456 bid. Last trade 455, up 110%. 457 and a half, 459 last trade. 459 last trade. 460 high. 460 last trade. We're up 112%. 460 last trade. And it's still only 4,390,000 shares. We're 463, 461 bid. Guys, is it getting out of control? Would you rather be a Kramer? I'd really rather be a Kramer. 462, 463, 460. The ask is under the bid. All right, they're getting it down slightly, but it looks like they only traded 15,000 shares. 447, 455, 447. Yeah, the Kramers are crapping their pants. Well, 92 shares can change your life. 450 bid. It's still not a lot of volume, guys. In the, the net change in volume is not very high. Oh, I'm using my E-Trade. Using E-Trade. Just cover and get it over with. I like that, Diego. I wouldn't it be something if it just went? Wouldn't that be something? Would we have reason to talk again? Yeah, they're trying to keep it down a little bit, but I don't know that it's the Kramers trying to keep it down or the buyer is stepping back, lulling the Kramers to sleep, and then another run. Yeah, the Kramers are calling. Who can the Kramers call? Hey, Ma, it's like that movie with the teacher. Mark Wallenberg was the gambler and his mother had the money. Was that Faye Dunaway? No, it wasn't. It was, who was the mother? Anyway, he gets into gambling debt and she can't even bail him out. I know. Here's the art museum behind me. $50 for a membership, but any amount of money will excite them beyond measure because they do good things for these struggling young artists like myself. Wallenberg, yeah. Did I say it the wrong way? That guy could beat you up. 448, 450. 448, 450. 448, 450. 448, 451. 448, 451. 448, 451. So it's a little bit, I think it's the buyer that's pulling back. I don't think the Kramers are keeping it down, by which I mean that's a really good sign for the good guys. And I think you guys are the good guys. I think you guys are the good guys. For the good times, don't look so sad. I know it's over. And let's be glad for the time we had together. The bridges that we're burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops as they fall against the window, and make believe you still love me one more time for the good times. I'll get along. You'll find another. All right, what is it doing right now? 455. 455. 455. 455. $4.55. Finger is starting to move. Finger is starting to show some life on the day. Finger is starting to show some life. But not a lot of volume. It's 510. It's 510, so I'm not trying to leave you in the cold on that case. All right. I can't wait for the call. The hamster is gonna get on the call, and we've already done the hard work for him. That's how I look at it. We've already done the hard work for him. Let's see. Let us see. Nope, that's not right. Is it? Okay. So 1, 2. So 25. Okay. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm so excited. So excited. So let me give you a recap. Starting with your favorite stock. I know you're dying to know. RNVA is trading at 0.0001 without a bid. So I'll stick on this stock for about 10 minutes. I'm just kidding you. I'm just teasing you. 503 last trade on finger. And then going to the main event, the main attraction, GTII 451 to 460, 455 to 460, 460 last trade, 455 to 460, 455 to 460, 455 to 460. Okay, so it's 3:15. I'll dial in to Hamster in 11 minutes. You know, I flew over to Germany, and I was the reporter standing in front of Deutsche Bank saying 55. What's Hamster? Joel, Hamster, you're not in touch. Hamster is the man. He is the man. I think Michael might be on to something. Yes, Chris. So there was, at my college, apparently, I didn't take it, but 2 people took German. And when the German professor counted out the numbers and got to 55, the girl in the class started laughing, but the guy in the class simultaneously, they both burst out laughing. And that was the start of a love affair, and they got married. I know, I don't want to go out to the truck every day. Do I have to? 473? 473? What am I wasting my time talking to you guys for? 474 last trade. We're up 118%. 471 to 475. High in the day, 475. Hamster comes on in 12 minutes. 475 last trade. 470 to 475. 471 to 475. 471 to 475. 471 to 475. 471 to 475. Unbelievable. 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 She's unbelievable. She's unbelievable. 462 bid. 462 bid. 462 bid. 462 bid. That's amazing, guys. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. The doggone girl is mine. The doggone girl is mine. You've heard that song. The doggone girl is mine. All right, let's look at Finger Hut. Finger Hut is 509. Not a lot of volume, but it's pretty decent. And the fact that it's above $5 is, I think, a victory for the longs. What the hell's going on there? Something weird. Something's going on weird. 502 to 509 for Finger. So let's look at let's look at GTII. 453, 456 to 460. Okay. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm going to call in 6 minutes, and we're going to see what happens to the hamster who avoided the big call when the stock was down, and now that it's up, he's coming on. You can tell him I said that, but also tell him I was teasing. Tell him I was teasing. 451 to 454. 451 to 453, 451 to 453, 451 to 453. It's no volume. It is no volume. All right, you guys. All right, so it's 4,650,000 shares. You know, the net change in volume is very low. 451, 453, 450 to 453, 450 to 453. 441 to 451, 442 to 441 to 444. 444, still up 105%. Can you imagine that? That loop guy, I really wonder what I should do with my short position. Yeah, 300, Khalib. Get your moon shoes ready. Might be short sellers. Could a short seller sell seashells by the seashore? If a short seller sold seashells by the seashore, what would the short seller sell by the seashore? All right, 445, 451, 445, 451, 445, 451, but it's still under 5 million shares. I wonder if we can get to 5 million shares. Easy for you to say. What if the short seller was a she? Now that gets difficult to say. She was the short seller selling short in sandals by the seashore while wearing shorts. Synthetic seashells. That's right. That is right. Alicia. Thank you, Alicia. I see a continuation tomorrow. Why? Because any margin calls they avoided. Now, I don't know how to impersonate Joe Biden. I just, every now and then, I do it just, you know. No, I don't know how to. I have a picture somewhere. I met Joe Biden. I have a picture of me with him. I have to say, he was a little bit, surprisingly, I asked him a question about climate change, and he said, "Oh, so that's what you think, do you?" That was his response. Anyway. Opening a dog rescue center. I love it. Did he try to... I'm not repeating any of those things I just read. All right, so it's In 2 minutes, I'm dialing in. So get yourself ready. Get yourself ready. Finger 517. Yep. Last trade on finger 517. Very low volume. 1.52 million shares. GTII is 451 to 452. And I don't know what else to tell you, really, because I got to get ready. In 1 minute, I'm calling in. 455 to 456. We're still not at 5 million shares traded. 456. We're up $2.40. So that we're up 111.11%. 111.11%. Is Sapphire Seneca on the call? We're up 111.11. 111.11. All right, here we go. We're dialing in for the guy that, while we stood in the fire, he drove to the airport. And now that it's up, he's jumping back in. Of course I'm teasing. Of course I'm teasing.
Muted.
All right, here we go. There's the call number, Linus. Thank you. So I called in, so you won't have to. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to call in so you won't have to. So now, I'm not going to quote the stock price, make a wish.
I'm on the call. We get in a few minutes. Just hang in there. A couple guys are trying to sign on now.
Operator, Martha. This is old Tom. All right, so that's about all I can do for CEOs. Isn't that good? 11.11.11.11. That could be a price to sell the stock at. Oceanica. Information. Let's go, hamster. Really, Jenny? I don't think I have a StockTwits account. If I do, I don't know how to get on it. I won't read any comments during the call. That's good. I think that's a great price, reader.
All right, everybody. Again, welcome to Fraud 101. This is not advice to buy and sell. Make your own decisions. This is my opinions and blah, 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 blah. You got the gist on that. Okay, after yesterday's slaughter or premeditated attack on both FNGR and GTII, I do believe that it's some group that wanted to actually hurt the retail investors. A gentleman put up a chart, and they overlapped, and it was both at the same time. The attacks happened at the same time in both names. I retweeted it. It's funny that, thank God I took a picture of it because the guy took it down. I don't know why it disappeared. But that was a perfect chart. It showed exactly both times when they attacked the stock at the same time. They sold 3.3 million. So for Renee, who's always on Twitter, she's been here for a long time. Renee, if that number has to go from 3.3 million down to zero, that means they're not selling anymore. When you see it go up to 3.3 million, that means they're still selling, still playing. So they took a kamikaze attack trying to knock it down and to actually hurt the investors in the stock. Okay, that is stock manipulation, complete fraud, and I apologize that you have to watch it, and some people may have sold out. I have no idea. But that's how these guys operate. They're here to steal your money. Right? It's got nothing to do with a company. This is about stock settlement. Stock settlement doesn't exist. And that's why investing in the U.S. equity markets, you have to be insane. It's completely fraudulent. if you're a good trader, which I am, I can survive doing this. Would I suggest you do it? No, it's very difficult, and you better learn the game quick. See the signs on how to survive, because they're just going to take your money as fast as you can put it in your account. I've seen guys get blown out for hundreds of thousands in a few days, thinking that they can beat the market. All right, it's very difficult. So you learn everything you're learning from me. I got more lumps than you can shake a stick at over here. I got hit with a baseball bat in my head many times for making mistakes. Right? You got to dig your way out of it. All right? So be smart. Understand everything we're saying. We say it for a reason. It can help you trade and educate yourself in all these things. All right? The difference between GTII and GameStop and any other name, again, everyone in the stock is educated in a small area. There's 6 to 9 stock. That's a different. That's not my area. Between 1 and 5 is where most people are here. Okay, if you did get outside of that area, that's where I look at. Most people here are educated, understand the crime, and are in the zone. Okay? If a stock would go like GameStop, ran to 30, pulling back, run to 60, people are jumping in all over the place. Our short has plugged everybody in this little area. I mean, it's insane that they don't let it run up. They can't let it run up because they can't afford it. Okay, so that's the key. And they keep giving it to everybody cheaper. And, we all say, oh, he sold it down yesterday. It was like a kamikaze mission to sell it down. And here it is, it's bounced back up $2. Okay, this is what happens. The reason it's bouncing back is real professional guys here now buying it because they can actually see the opportunity now. From the Zero Hedge article, most people thought it didn't work. They didn't think it did anything for us. But people now are calling and asking questions about it. So now you're seeing professional buyers come into the stock. A professional buyer has this look where they bait the short into selling it to them. And I put the average price today to VWAP, and it's $1 lower. That means the short sold all his stock $1 below, and it's moving up now, the average, but they sold most of the volume trying to break the stock down below at 350. They were selling it like it was going out of style. And the buyer would walk away, they offer more, the buyer would come back, and it was going back for 2 hours. But once they stop selling, the smart buyers move up to put the pressure on them at 380, broke it to 4, and now we moved up to 470. So they squeeze it up to there, they walk away a little bit, and then they come back in and they suck it back up. Right? If it was me, and this is like an order that I would, this is how I would operate by the stop. Was to close, I can see the guy, whoever the buyer is, coming in and scooping up everything. You can see the short sellers keep throwing out their side. It's like pushing a boulder up a hill. These guys keep throwing out so many shares. Today's short has got to be at least 70%. Just multiply 70 times 5. 3.5 million shares. Easy. Because whenever there's a buyer, people, anyone who flipped it, they're gone. All day long, every penny up is like fighting a battle. Every penny. You can see that when when the bids go, all of a sudden it's 23, 24, then it goes like this now, 26 bids. Those are buyers stepping in. And the shorts know it now. They can see them, and they start running away backwards. All right? So a buyer would come in, and all of a sudden they bait them in to sell it down. They hit 475. The shorts got a little aggressive, trying to push it down, get people to panic out, and the buyer steps in, and now he scoops them all up again. That's how a professional does it. I don't know when he does it to the close. If it was me, I jam it to 5 and scoop all I can up. If I have a big buy order, that's how you close it out. That's how a professional would do it. You get the short trap, it'd be down $1.25, $1.40 on 4 million more shares, 3 million yesterday, 7 million shares down $1.50. That's a nice beating. You can say what you want from the top, but the real shorts average up. Naked shorts are averaging down. You can see the destruction that they just caused themselves. I just gave you the math. They blew themselves out for $10 million, and they tried to. Someone said Vert has re-entered the game. Let me take a look. Give me 1 second, everybody. Just want to see market maker. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. No, it's VIRJ. That's not the wrong firm. Whoever just texted me. are professional players in here. They're professional players. I told you before. Small money, grassroots. You start getting bigger money, and all of a sudden now you start getting the big boys. The big boys come in later when they see the opportunity way down the road. That was the same pattern in GameStop. The big players weren't there on day one. They came into it gradually, and then it finally exploded. That's how the big boys come into stocks, right? So again, people are, they're afraid. The stock was just $6. Apple Computer goes down 4, back up 4. I'm not saying this is Apple, but it's trading, right? Numbers are numbers, right? If the story is changed, then I understand not playing stock. If the story is the same, and you witnessed yesterday, then you make your own decisions based on what the story is. Today, the truck was in front of the SEC. I know about 30 people that called up. I know a group, another gentleman, avid trader, said he had 10 to 15 people call. I know Dirty Mayo and his group is probably good for 20. So anybody outside of that group who called in today to the SEC, they got a good taste of what's going on here. We all told them to look outside the window. The truck was out there. And you know what? They know about us. Trust me, they know about us. These guys have some nerve to keep playing it. That just shows you how desperate they are. The toughest guys I know would have ran away already, but these guys continue to keep playing. Obviously, they're upside down, and they go into jail. It's not even a question about it. It's just a matter of when. Again, I can't tell you that. I'm not a cop, but if anyone ever looks at any of the sell tickets, it should take about an hour. Okay? I assume that once GTI starts to rock and roll here, that people are going to start moving into finger motion. They both went down together, so finger motion should move back up with GTII. You can obviously see it on that attack yesterday. They both attacked. We know that Lynn Capital, Lynn Partners, was making short that one against the loan that they gave the company. And obviously, we know who they are. So GTII, we got the Kramers. Whoever was yesterday's attack who joined in. Now we got some big players, real players stepping in here. And you can see how fast the short comes down, trying to hold the stock down. It's just amazing that there's a seller. If you are that desperate to sell 1,200 shares, you sell it. You don't just keep following. So as soon as they trade it, you can see the offers keep moving, and you know that the short sellers trying to make moves. And again, here's the 1697. These guys with the codes. I hope you're learning this stuff. It's not in every stock, but you can see when they offer it, someone comes in and takes it. That's a smart buyer. Keep scooping up these guys. They want to sell it cheaper. They keep taking it from them until they stop selling it. The shorts are starting to feel that there's somebody here. This is a very different look than we had before. Retail has a different look. When a retail buyer finishes buying, they move it down quickly. When you get a player like this, it just keeps melting it up on you. This is very serious buying now. Okay, when people can do this, and the short sellers know that there's a problem here now. Right? Again, finger motion, the same thing. Finger motion, they drag it down, and it's going to bounce back up again. All right, there's 104 million shares short there. I showed you 3.3 yesterday in GTII. I sent a personal email to Charlie Payne to join the call today. I wish he did. I can't help that. He knows about the stocks. He knows what's going on. I sent him the zero hedge. Charlie's a guy from the streets. He understands this game. Okay, but he has a big professional job, and can't put pressure on him to force him to do anything. He'll come around. He knows what's going on. He knows that that they destroy small companies. He knows it. He stands up for the age community. He's always been trying to help out. I have no idea if Fox blocks them, but again, at the end of the day, they have to settle these trades. All the shares that are sold have to be bought back. Again, I'm trying just to touch base on things so people need a recap. These attacks come, volatility, they just try to create volatility. The buyer in GTI today has taken the volatility out of the stock. It was a nice, slow, steady day. The craziness up, down, all over the place gets people nervous. When it stops, like it's done now, it becomes nice and orderly, and it looks like a real stock when you start doing this. When they create that volatility, all the bandits come in, everyone starts hitting the bids, they don't buy any stock, and the whole thing is a show to get you to sell. And again, if the stories change, you must exit any stock you're in. If you're here for a reason and it's changed, then you must move on. All right? But the story to me hasn't changed. It's getting stronger. There's real people around the stock now. And hold on a second. There's real people around the stock now, and, it's moving in the right direction. And there's not much more I can tell you about that. I mean, all the information is there. You can watch, I call him Wild Bill. People call him the Silver Fox up there outside the SEC. He's a 40-year vet, trained at the highest level on Wall Street. He didn't train in my area. I was trained on the trading desk. He was in charge of sales and, doing big deals. That's what he did. His expertise is just that. He understands that part of the game. He's learned what's going on in our world and how these guys manipulate like everyone else has. I'm sure you guys have learned this before. I've been doing this for 23 years. If you're new to the call, not 2 weeks, not 3 weeks. Again, I reported on GameStop because I was trying to do something else. I didn't really give a shit about GameStop, what they did. I'm not a gamer. I do play Call of Duty, but I'm not really a gamer. But again, I only report on making short. I don't care what a company does. Anyone who says the company's a piece of shit, most of the companies are a piece of shit. Okay, there's companies that cure cancer that's going down. Okay, SENS, CVM, VUZI, all these companies, KOPN makes dashboards for our fighter jets. They kill the company. Doesn't make a difference what you do. Okay, it's about stock settlement. If companies don't fight back in stock settlement, you're insane. Mark it down on your hand. You're insane if you invest in the equity market. I don't care what CEO reaches out to you. Again, I have a bunch of CEOs on the call today. If you go to a trade show, the only people that go to the trade shows are people that are short sellers trying to become your friend and get more information from you. Investors buy the stock. If I buy 20,000 shares of the stock, I'm not going to chase you around every day and follow you around the country to go to trade shows to see the same presentation you told me. The people that go to those shows are ones that are trying to befriend you so they can short the stocks. All right, so get it through your head. If you're a CEO of the company, speak to them. Don't speak to anyone. Use fair disclosure, and that's it. Fair disclosure is telling everybody at the same time. Stop telling people your plans. They're not your friends. Get over with it already. All right? Those are the people that are robbing you. So a little piece of information. All these trade shows that you see around, everyone's selling. There's one in Jupiter, I think. I don't know if it just came up. Dawson James, somebody like that, had 20 companies there. I was going to go down there and, give these guys a sign of the cross and tell them they're all dead. Just give up on it already. Stop wasting your money. These people are all crooks, right? They're funders. They lie to you. They want to give you money. All they want to do is get warrants, free stock, and short your stock. Right? So, again, the people that go to the trade shows are the short sellers. So, when you see these trade shows going there, if you bought 5,000 shares of stock, you're not going from New York to Las Vegas, spending $3,000 to hear the CEO tell you the same stupid story. Right? So, again, CEOs, wake up. The CEOs, if you have great press release, you want to come out with it, never put it out before 9:30. Put it out after 10 o'clock. The short sellers take advantage of the longs when you put out good news. If the stock is 5 to 5.5 and the great news comes out, they'll open the stock at 7. All the longs run in and buy it, and then what do? They march it back down on you. All right, that's what they do. So again, that's a little piece of information for you and how to play the equity markets as a CEO, understanding Wall Street always wants the news out in the morning, get it out in the morning. That's Wall Street, so you give an advantage to the short sellers. People on the phone call, think about that for a second. Why would you give an advantage to the short sellers? They're just robbing the longs. They move back, let it open up 2 points higher, and then they drag it back down. At the end of the day, you didn't even pay for your trade, and you're down $1. Think about how you feel then. Do it the other way. Announce the news in the middle of the day. You buy the stock up 50 cents. At the end of the day, it's up $2. Now the shorts are in trouble. Right? So that's free information for CEOs. I know there's 2 or 3 of them that said they were joining. I have a call with a CEO tomorrow. But again, if you're on the call today, there's a little tidbit. Longs, when you see good news in the morning before the opening, do not chase it. Let it settle in first. They try to beat it down. You can get it late in the day cheaper. Okay, you can see the stock. They tried to beat it down, GTI. They tried to knock it down to 411, right back up to 435. That's how a long accumulates stock. He baits the shorts in to sell it to him. The long is not here to move it higher to make you feel better. He's here to accumulate. So if he's got $2 million to buy, he can't buy it. He's got to bait these guys to sell it to him. All right. Yesterday we saw a lost my train of thought for a second. I'll just take a step back. What did I say? Anyway, just going back onto GTI. Yesterday you saw the attacks. I had a money manager tell me they were selling at 100,000 at a clip at the market. Okay, that's hard. You can't even put a bid in fast enough. So if you wanted to buy stock at 3.5 yesterday, they were selling it down to 3. You couldn't even put the order in fast enough, and they were just running through everybody. That is a bear raise. Bear raise again for one reason. Bear raise want you to sell. They want to cover. So they sell it at the market, and then they try to hopefully that everyone bails out and they can scoop it up. What they didn't expect is that there'd be new buyers coming back in and sucking up all the stock on them, and they had to find it again. They were trying to find it big at 350. Everyone saw that. Now they're upside down, and now they got a huge problem again. Okay, so this is a battle. It's not going away. The SEC has been notified. Finger motion against Lynn Partners, Their name's on the truck also. We put the guy Timmy Sykes with the big mouth who said he bought 1,000 shares, and yet he's out here trashing everybody that we're all pieces of garbage. All right? I invited them all to D.C. to show up today. Not one showed up. Okay, they're all full of shit. They're here. They're cowboys behind a keyboard, and they're just trying to steal your money. They're not your friends. Don't treat them like your friends. If you saw them on the street, they were trying to rob you, you would do whatever you can to make sure they didn't rob you, right? These guys have a pair of brass balls that's trying to steal without even wearing a mask, right? The SEC, the DOJ, they know these guys are here. It's just a matter of time. Again, the Kramers are an unregistered toxic lender. Google the story. Victor, Nancy, Uncle Eddie, VNUE is one after the toxic lenders. The SEC is sanctioning unregistered toxic lenders. These guys are lending money out without even a license. And on top of it, they're charging all the clients so much money, it's called usury fraud. So that is a criminal offense. So we tried to list all their crimes, from usury to spoofing to watching to wire fraud to threatening people. And Gretchen Morgensen did a story on these guys. I mean, these guys think they're a mini crime family. Okay? Even their kids someone posted a picture of their kids on whatever they came from. Tell them, don't fuck with the Kramers. You can't fuck with our crew. That's the mentality of these guys. That's how these guys think. All right? You can't fuck with them. But again, they're stupid, they're ignorant, and we're professional traders, and we know how to trap them. All right? We learned from the best law firm on the street, Morgan Lewis Bacchus, 20 years ago. We sat down in a room with their tax department, business department, the SEC. There were 10 attorneys around the table. Okay? We spent $1.5 million figuring out how to expose the system. I tried to show it to many companies. Companies are afraid of their shadows. They think the SEC is going to go after them. GameStop, when people saw GameStop almost going to zero, going to the moon, now everybody wants to do something. Okay? GTI was willing to listen to the crazy ideas about dividends and warrants and, giving out all kinds of things to help the shareholders to expose the short, and they stepped up to the plate. All right? Finger motion, we related to these guys. A little slow moving, but they understand the crime now. All right? And I assume they'll do something in the near future, hopefully to rid themselves of Lynn Partners and get rid of those cockroaches. All right? These guys all think their shit doesn't stink. They can sell it. You go to their offices, they're the nicest guys in the world. So it said, please explain tax fraud. Okay, let me just tell you about tax fraud. GameStop, AMC, they would short those stocks. The smartest guys on the street would short them because they go to zero. When they go to zero, they don't pay any taxes. And you say, why? If you sell a stock, if you buy a stock and it goes to zero, the government, you have to action that you couldn't sell. Right? Your stock went to zero, you write it off, I paid $1, it's zero, you take the loss. If you short the stock at $1 and it goes to zero. Those guys don't report it. As far as the government knows, that position is still open. That means you're short at $1. They don't see the buy ticket, so the position is still open. So GameStop, which had 3 3/4, was so heavily shorted, like AMC, so heavily shorted. Those companies were close to bankruptcy. All right, you go to bankruptcy, they go to zero. All right, that means these guys, the smartest guys on the street, Stevie Cohen, Merlin Capital, and all the other people that got caught in this thing, they were going for the reason because they don't pay any taxes on it. GameStop and AMC were shorted down. I don't know, I didn't follow AMC, but GameStop I did follow. GameStop was shorted from $40 down to 3 3/4. So the short sellers in that name were in the black, a lot of money. All right, and they were still leaning on it. They didn't even cover it in 3 3/4. When it went, they went through their profit as it started to go up. Not everybody just sold it at 3 3/4. I guess Merlin Capital could have been short maybe at $9 as average. Stevie Coleman could have been 15, whoever it was. In GTII, these guys are short everything below $4, below $3. It's completely the opposite of what I just explained to you. And that's what makes it so deadly. These guys are short everything at the bottom, and now it's the opposite way. You understand? It's completely opposite. These guys are shorted below 3, and now it's in the black above them. They're already a loser. And that's why they're so desperate. You see these attacks. The attacks are so fast and brutal because they need to cover quickly. Now, I just want to talk to you about the borrowed shares. Last week, before the attacks, everyone was talking about getting calls to borrow their shares. I'm sure if you called up your brokerage firm today, and you can just see it went 440 bid for 10,000 towards the end of the day. This is how a pro comes in at the end of the day, jamming up their, the back end over here. This is a way to send the message to the shorts: we're not going away. But anyway, when you borrow the shares last week, everyone was getting all these offers for big money to lend your shares out. Well, that rate on both these stocks has dropped like a stone. Why? Because these guys are short the stock, in GTI's case, with 2 million shares. They were spending, I'm just going to take a wild guess, let's say 30 cents a day at those rates to borrow the shares. So in 5 days, they would lose $1.50. So for a $6 stock, losing $1.50 just to pay the fee to borrow the shares, in 10 days, they're losing $3. So the most they could be making is 3. So that is a fire to keep alive. So what they did is they attacked it, and they tried to cover or wash those trades to get rid of that short position. And I'm sure we're going to look at it next week when we get the short position out. That number is going to drop like a stone because they needed to get that. They wanted to pay back that. They don't want to be paying those fees on the borrow. That's the real short interest. Okay? The naked short is still here. They can't cover it. It's impossible. And every day it goes on, it gets more and more impossible. They can keep playing the games, doing what they're doing all day long. You can see them here still trying to hold it down. All right? But at the end of the day, they have to buy back all these shares. All right? Let's just look at the stock for a second. 436. They keep trying to break it down. They don't want it to be up, 100% on the day. I don't understand what they're doing. Again, to me, the SEC knows about it. You have to be out of your bird to be sitting here shorting, doing any trading in this name. And if it's illegal, you have to be insane. And the only reason they would do something is so insane is because it's going to go to jail. And if you really think about it, a gentleman told me yesterday, if you're going to get a lifetime of jail sentence, what's the difference if you get 2 lifetimes? That's why they're not stopping. He's right. If you're going to do 10 years, what's the difference if they're going to give you 15 years at that point? Most of these guys, I think Kramer is, what is he? It looks like he's about 50, 60 years old now, so where's he going? He's going to jail for life when they do get him. All right? Because when these guys lose billions of dollars, trust me, the federal authorities are not letting you out. He has no way of paying it back. People are going to take a bloodbath in these days. All right? And again, if it was me and I was on the short side, let it go up. Then you can drive it down, could create volatility. Doing this slow walk up, all it does is bring in new buyers. My gut feeling, and this is my opinion, I think the stock is going to gap. Because I think the pressure on the stock is so massive now. New buyers are coming in. And I think tomorrow the shorts are going to realize it, and they're going to let it open up a little higher, maybe $1 higher tomorrow. We haven't seen that yet, but I think we're getting close to starting seeing the gaps in these stocks. Because the short sellers are going to have to step back, let the buying come in. Hopefully they can sell it. Let's say the stock closes here. They open the stock tomorrow at like 5.5, and hopefully they can create the volatility at that point, trying to turn it down. So when you walk it up step by step, this only brings in new buyers into it because it looks very safe, it's very orderly, and it's taking the volatility out of the stock. It's hard to go buy Tesla when it's up and down 50 points at a clip. Many of you remember those days. The stock was going crazy. You could buy 1,000 shares of Tesla and be down 20,000 in a minute. Right? So when it's orderly, when Tesla's back before it was 600, goes 601, 601 and a half, they just keep walking up slow. When it goes 601, the next thing is 610, 615, 620, that's where it's dangerous on the short side. And on the long side, because the way it goes up is the way it goes down. This is like a slow walk up, a slow death. And like I said, professional people that are watching the stock, they know this is a sign to buy. That's from my view. That's how I worked on Wall Street. If I was new to the stock, I would have no problem walking in here buying 500,000 shares and say, I don't care, it's up $2. This thing looks like it's going higher. That's how professionals look at it. And you always say, who's the guy that buys up 2 points? That's exactly the conversations that I've had with hedge funds, and that's when they buy it. If you think about it, Tesla's up 3. Why am I buying it up 3? Did I miss it already? Oh yeah, I bought it up another 2, and now it's up $30. Remember, that's how these things work. All right. So anyway, listen, have a great day. There's not much more to be say. It was a good day. We're to bounce back. This is very deadly for the shorts. They tried to deliver the knockout punch. It didn't work. The truck is in front of the SEC. I hope the truck is in front of Lynn Capital next if they're listening. I hope you choke on it when it shows up there. And obviously, it's going to be at the Nassau Prosecutor's Office and the Kramer's office soon also. The truck is making its way around. He's got a full tank of gas, and we're not stopping. Again, everyone, we burned our boats. There's nowhere to go. We're not quitting. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, that was it. Let's see, I can hang this up without hanging that up. Okay. All right, that was Ham. All right, good night, everyone. I'm going to go, the float, I don't know, Brandon Boyle, it used to be 35 million shares. They did a acquisition and they issued 10 million. So maybe it's 45 million shares. But I mean, there's restrictions on the 10 million, so that's why I don't know how you count it. And even on the 35 million, it wasn't all traded out in the public. So that's my answer. You guys are all welcome. I might end this early. I'll see if there's any pressing questions in 2 minutes. But today our best, tomorrow better. Yeah, Webull might be saying that, but I just don't think that's accurate. It's just like with Finger, they say 13 or 14 million float, but then a lot of people have their shares at home. So I'm trying to think how to answer your question so it makes sense to you. But all I can say is what I've been told, and that might not be good enough for you. It was 35 million in the float, and then there was a trade where they issued 10 million more. That I think there's a limit on when they can sell those shares. So if you want to count that, it's 45. But I'm not sure that's an answer that gives you confidence. I don't know. Yeah, I'll try to be live tomorrow if I'm alive. It was a darn good day, Akira Nova. Darn good day. The delta between the two numbers, proof of the short. I don't know. I don't know. They will try to get us tomorrow. But do they... Over the weekend, they had a chance to marshal their ships, and Friday was a down day. So when they made their phone calls and they got all their buddies to short, it might have been an easier sell than it's going to be tonight after the stock's up. Oh, the close. Here I am talking as if I have anything interesting to say. The close on finger first was 521, and the volume was 1,790,000. So finger closed at 521. GTII closed at 438, which is really a good close. It was up 102%, almost 103%. And the volume was 5,340,000. So that was massive. The high on the day was 475. So that was really good on GTII today. Maybe we'll get it to $5 tomorrow. The FOMO might happen tomorrow. There was a question about ham, but I missed it. I don't intentionally miss any questions. No, the outstanding shares is different than the float. I'm hesitating because it depends on who's giving the definition. But remember, as an example, they buy shares to that company, and then while the company's incubated, those shares are outstanding. But when they float the company, those shares are returned to the company's treasury. So all I can tell you is what I've been told is the actual publicly traded stock is 35 million, and maybe now it's 45 million. Yeah, Lou, Avid, and the band, and the hamster, and the Lou crew, Lou and Lou's crew. I wouldn't want to run into Lou's crew in a blind alley. All right, so they manipulated finger down 11 cents at the close. Unbelievable. And let's see what they did after the close. So it's still okay. With GTII, it's after the close, it's the same price, 438. So GTII closed at 438, up $2.22. That has a little bit of synergy with 111. So it was up $2.22, 102% on 5,340,000 shares. Finger Hut was 521 close, up 31 cents, up 6% on 1.79 million. Lucid Heart, thank you. All right, Paul. I don't touch anyone in the no-touch zone. I never have. I mean, unless I was invited by an adult. Anyway, that's a hard one to answer. Good. What's the Interactive Brokers is one that 2222. Great day. One day at a time. Yeah. Are you selling numbers still? The same, William, on GTII? Oh, my selling numbers. Yeah, I don't see a reason to change them yet. The key is where the stock breaks out, and it hasn't broken out yet. And to me, it has to get through that 540, 570 range, and that's plenty of blockage to count that as the breakout point when it gets through it. So I won't change my numbers. Now, if it goes up to 8 and pauses and plays around, I'll raise my numbers. All right.